I don't know how chatty I'm going to be during this. My life is giving me a hard time right now. So I'm not feeling super chatty, but I wanted to do this today. So I'll try to talk about it, but if I'm being quiet, that's probably why. Anyway, so on the left side here we have my run, and on the right side we have Behemoth's run. Right off the bat, you can see I pull slightly ahead. That is because he does not do the moonfall off of the first platform. Heckin' steam. Heckin' steam again. And we're off. Yep, everything counts. Every little optimization counts. I'm gonna scooch my chat over here. It's easier to read and watch. All right. So, we've landed on the planet. Hello, Rokuman. I'm gonna turn this light off too. There we go. Don't really want bright light right in my face at the moment. Thank you, Rokuman. And up the climb we go. Sorry, Sassy. The comparison will be on YouTube. I don't know if this version with my commentary will be on YouTube or not. Bad missile drops from BT. So I lost some time there. What noise? I didn't hear anything. The retro tink? Yeah, my capture's a little better than it was before because of the retro tink. And yeah, I upgraded my hand cam recently as well. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, that's awful. Oh man, what a bad mistake. We have a lead change. And now we're tied because I got the weave. We both get up in 2. Look at this sink, though. Oh. Behe missed his charge shot on the cack. Thanks, Chabo. This is purely for entertainment, Roku Man. Yesterday. Yeah, Chubbo, that used to be the main strat. I've just started picking up drops from Kraid because I like having the extra super, and when I get one, I like having the extra super. And I noticed that I was running out of missiles in wrecked ship more often than I wanted to, so I started picking up drops from Kraid again. Usually. Yeah, it was for a long time in Hundo. Oh, that's another really bad mistake on my part. What a noob, dude. What a freaking noob, dude. I wonder if I should start boosting off that waiver again. No, I don't think so. Oof. Oh, man. This game's so funny, dude. Jeez. Doing all right, Willow. Just very tired. Kind of fed up with some IRL stuff. Yeah, I have world record by like 5 frames or 10 frames or something. The lead has changed like 4 times, Skyfox. Oh, that's right, I had to do this. That's bad. That is bad. No, Behemoth isn't coming out of retirement. I mean, he might. He hasn't said anything about it. I don't think he will. He reached his goal. He said he was done. Thanks. No, he's been playing Turok, Chabo. He's just been playing Turok. Everything I've seen. So it's a 1-round mid on my side and a fast mid on Behe's side. Yes, 1 round. So I do the bomb jump strat here. Behemoth does an air ball, so that saves him a little time. Why doesn't Behemoth like 1-rounds? He feels like he can't do them consistently. I think he could if he practiced them more. I completely missed that super. He did not. Alright, so this is where Behemoth's run kind of has a hiccup. He missed the shot on one of these robots. So he loses quite a bit of time right here. I know that out of his entire run, he was very dissatisfied with this room. But there's always going to be something. And then he messes us up too, which really sucks. So I think I'm like minus 10 compared to Behe or something at this point. But then I messed this up. So he saved a little time on me there. And then I think I messed this up. Yep. Fell on the moat. That's awful. So he saves a lot of time on me there. I have no idea how this worked. Really shouldn't have. Forgot about that. It's a little mistake on my part. Not a huge deal. Farming them is a little slower than just running, but I was afraid of my powerbomb count, so... Ooh, he missed that. That's bad. Thank you, zombie. Thank you, Static Shock. I was a little nervous here because a few days ago, I, for whatever reason, could not do this short charge. So I was glad that worked. This is a pretty bad mistake for Behe there. This is, based on what I remember about the splits, this is the part of the run where I really kind of pull away from him. Little hiccup there, and then I almost messed that up. Not quite. I was really nervous at this part of the run because I knew it was a really good pace. And it was going pretty well overall. So I was getting pretty nervous. Got the best Botwoon pattern. Excuse me, Norwood. And I got good super drops too. I also got the fastest Dre pattern. And Behemoth got the slowest Dre pattern, so... I think at this point I was about 19 seconds ahead. Something like that. Behemoth does a different X Factor setup. It causes more lag. World record was yesterday. I messed this up right here. So I expected time loss on this segment. But mainly I was just trying to keep it together because I was super nervous now. Thank you. Nice and clean. We dump our missiles to manipulate Golden Chorizo. He gives a different pattern when you have low missiles. So, this segment, historically, Behemoth always saves time on me, even compared to my gold. I've looked at it. I can't really figure out why he's so much better at this segment than I am. He just is. So he does start catching up a little bit here. I have Jaldi, yeah. I don't remember the results of it. It was like 8 months ago or so I last did it. So I could do it again and see if I can find anything now, but... Oh yeah, I got this strat, so that's cool. And then I didn't bonk there. I also didn't get the cack, but it's good enough. So that's also good. Forgot about that. Oh yeah, I messed that up too. That sucked. And that. Hey, Stars. How's it going? I'm happy with the fact that I PB'd and got world record, but I'm not quitting. Ballsy. What was what time difference, War? Thank you, Stars. Oh yeah, I fell there too. That really sucks. I have a .02. Behemoth has a .2 something. The new auto splitter doesn't have that delay, War. I feel fine in terms of burnout. I mean, it fluctuates. It's an ebb and flow thing, but I feel fine. Thank you, WX fan. Jeff, I don't want to spoil anything. Sorry, I was trying to think of how to answer your question in a way that wouldn't, and I couldn't think of anything, so. Really excellent supers here. So compared to Behe, I lost about, if I remember correctly, about 6 seconds on this segment. So at this point I was minus 13 or something compared to his run. Thank you. Behe, thank you. I almost stopped too early there. And once again, this super count is just stupid. Like, stupidly good. Having 41 supers here is incredible. A 111 is absolutely possible, but it's not something that I'm consciously going for. Most I've ever had going into Ridley was max, which would be 44, because you have to use one on the door. Anyway, so this fight was a little wonky. It was still good. I ended up saving time overall, but it wasn't a perfect fight.
Holy moly, dude.
Thank you for the tier 1 40 months, War. Yeah, Chabo, he did that thing where I thought he was gonna fly away, but then he didn't. It was really weird. It was really weird. I was really nervous about this room. I wonder why. And it almost screwed me right there. But it didn't, thankfully. This was a really clean room. If I remember, it was a sub 13. Yep, 1259. And then here is where the wheels sort of start shaking in my run. So I screw that up. Yeah, Behe just did the old strat there, Jaldi. I almost bonked that door. Thankfully I didn't, because that sucks. But then I bonked that space jump. So we lost like a second there. And then I bonk here. So I was losing a lot of time here, unfortunately. I've done this a lot before. I've watched a lot of side by side, so this is nothing new for me. What's up, Owl? Long time no see. Thanks. So it looks like I'm about minus 14 here. Compared to Behe. Something like that. And I got this strat, so I was, you know, starting to feel a little better. Things have been, like I said, shaking apart. Then this happened, and I was like, oh my gosh. I pull this off, and like I'm seriously like just trying to like calm down. I freaking missed the mock ball there. I'm like, so I entered this room, and I remember thinking to myself, this is gonna be one of those runs where I can't get Spike Suit. So I grabbed the energy tank. And I'm like really worried. And I missed the first try, and then I get it. And I was like, okay, we're good. Everything's fine. We're good. So I like calm down a little bit here. And then that happens. So that mistake cost me about 10 seconds overall. I think it's more like 7 or 8 seconds. But I mess up the bottom of this room too, which is another 1 to 2 seconds. No, Vambara, that was one of the worst ways I could have lost it. Not absolute worst, but it wasn't a good way to lose it. There's probably only 2 other spots that would be worse than that. So I was really frustrated here. I was like really, really frustrated. I'm not super delicate with any movements anyway. This room right here, this is literally the only place that I save time by not having Spike Suit. Right here. That's it. I can open that door a little earlier. So, yeah. Like I said, I was feeling really frustrated. I knew that I could still technically record, but I was like, I was so frustrated. So frustrated. I jumped a little too far here, so I couldn't do the faster version of this. So I lost like 10 frames or something. Not a big deal. And then here is the rest of the time loss. So I'm about 3.5 seconds ahead of Behe or something now. I almost got this, but then I jumped too high on the second spring. But I get that, which is nice. I get this, which is nice. I messed that up. Not the worst way to mess it up, but still lose a little time. Thank you. And then I kind of I was worried that this wasn't gonna work. And then I just sort of blank here. So the worst thing that you can do in Super Metroid in any category, but especially in 100%, is to just blank out. So I released my shot at the wrong time, so it didn't open the door, and then I messed up this room because of that. So I lost a bunch of time there. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I get down here pretty clean, but I think coming back up it was a little wonky. Yeah. So I lost 20 or 30 frames there. In my previous PB, I messed this up, so I was a little nervous about this. But it worked out. But then I do that. So Behe is officially ahead now, I think. Yep. And I've been struggling with this lately. And I jumped too early there, so I missed this. And then I do that. And then in my PB, I accidentally shine sparked at the bottom of this. But I didn't do that there, so that was nice at least. So I saved a little time compared to myself, but not really compared to Behe. So yeah. I was plus 3 point something compared to Behemoth at G4. Best possible time at this point in the run was a 1:12:15, I think, or something like that. And yeah, I commented on how many supers I had too. I think I said something like 15 supers, man. If only I hadn't lost that spike suit. Like something like that. So my Turian strats are faster than Behemoth's overall. So I wasn't worried about the fact that I was behind him, because I knew I could catch up. But, I've been on a similar pace to this like 5 times in the last 3 weeks or something. And every single time something goes terribly wrong. At the end. Like during Mother Brain. So Behe does a grouping strat there. I don't, so I saved a little time there. He does a D-boost there. I don't, which saves a little time again. I spring ball through the door. He does not, so I save a little time there. And then he doesn't run into this door. He doesn't have angle down, so he can't run in and D-boost off the hopper the way that I can there, so. Behemoth having less supers than me only loses him like half a second to a second. It's not a big deal. Behemoth uses a power bomb to generate lag for this baby skip, which makes his baby skip slower than mine. So now I'm ahead again. I was sure that I missed that I got grabbed by the baby in the door there, but I didn't for some reason. Anyway, so I was dumbfounded that I hadn't been grabbed, so I messed up this strat because of that. But I got through Zeb skip okay, thankfully. We get very, very similar Mother Brain patterns. Now it's time for the 2 cries manip. So I thought 67 energy here was good. I'll talk about that more in just a minute. So the way 2 cries works is you need to jump from the floor while holding an angle at a specific point. And then you morph and bounce and then unmorph. I was sure that I messed that up, but I didn't, thankfully. So at this point, the baby is going to reattach to Samus. And
Yes!
it will detach from Samus.
Yes!
It will detach from Samus when all of the energy tanks are full. When they reach 99 on this last energy tank here. When that happens, you want the baby to be in a position up here. And instead, I'm just going to pause here so that I can show. Oops. So instead, I can't fix that. Instead, the baby was like down here. So it has to swing all the way up here and around, and then it goes to Mother Brain instead of starting right here and just going off screen and going to Mother Brain. So that's like a 3 or 4 second loss for me. And it's because I started with too much energy. So I should have taken another hit. I thought that 67 energy there was good, but it wasn't. Behemoth's detach point was not very good either. So it equaled out in terms of our comparison here, but it was pretty frustrating for me to lose the time that way again, because I lost the time in a very similar way on the 25, which was my PB before this, so. Alright, so I go for a down back strat at the top of this spring ball here. Behemoth does not. I mess mine up, so I miss the door. He does not miss the door frame, so he gains some time on me right there. My Moonfall is a little faster than his, but he's still ahead. And then he does ledge grabs instead of wall jumps here, so he loses a little time there. And then I have an intentional steam bonk at the top of Parlor here. He also does left side, which is slower. I get the steam bonk that I'm looking for, which allows me to space jump over the mound into a steam, which gives me iframes, so I don't bonk a steam here. And that's why I was ahead. I pulled ahead in the last half a second. You want to see that again? So, yeah. I'll go back just a little more. That's too far. So again, he goes to the left, which is a little slower. I bonk this steam right here intentionally. It's not there 100% of the time, but it's there most of the time. I've been screwed by that a couple times, but that's just how it is. That allows me to jump perfectly over the mound, and then again, there's usually a steam right there that will bonk you as well to give you iframes. Behemoth did not have iframes at the correct spot, so he bonks right here on this steam. I do not bonk, so we're leaving this tunnel at roughly the same time. I miss the perfect ship entry, but I still get in before he does. Just barely. Anyway, that's the run. That's the side-by-side. I got a something. I got bits from Eshalar. 1,224 bits from Eshalar. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Anyway. I don't have a goal time. I haven't had a goal time for anything since I got my 112. I'm far more interested in the overall quality of a run. And this is not quite what I'm looking for because of the large mistakes in the last 10 minutes. I mean, I don't know what my end time is going to be. It'll probably be a 1x. It could be a 0x. I don't know. We'll see.